Good morning, students. Today we'll read the last topic of the second lesson, federalism. And today's topic is decentralization in India. Students, in previous class we have seen that the division of federalism principles or the federal government has two tiers or two or more tiers, but mostly we discussed about the central government and the state government. But a vast country like India cannot be run through only two tiers of government, that is central government and the state government, because many Indian states are bigger than most of the European countries. If you take in the terms of population, Uttar Pradesh is bigger than Russia. Maharashtra is about as big as Germany. That is why it is not possible to run the Indian states only with the help of two levels of government. Now, we all know that our country is having diverse culture, tradition, geographical location. Apart from that, within the state, within the state also we have diverse culture, tradition, geographical location, features. That is why it becomes essential for third tier, which we call as a local self government. Now, what is decentralization? Students, let me know you. When the power is taken away from the central and the state government and is given to the local government, then it is called decentralization. Once again, I am telling you, when the power is taken away from the central and state government and is given to the local self government, then it is known as a decentralization. The basic idea behind decentralization is that there are number of problems, issues which arises in state or local areas at the local level, which we say our village, our mandal, tehsil or district. Various problem arises, but these problems cannot be solved by the state or the central government in a better way than the local people, because local people know very well about the local problems, local issues, and they can solve them more better way than the central and the state government. See, students, we see in our country we have assembly elections, we have parliamentary elections. In these elections, it is not compulsory that the candidate who is standing in the election must be from that constituency only. If a particular candidate is standing in election from any constituency, it is not necessary that he should be from that constituency or from that local area only. He can be from any part of the country. And it has become trend nowadays in our country for the political leaders to divide the country on the basis of caste, culture, religion, and make them as a vote bank. Based on this, they are standing in election from the different places, so they cannot understand the local problems very well. Though they become the MP or MLA or of that area, they cannot understand the local issues, the local problem of that area. It can be understood, it can be solved only by the local people, that is people living in that area. That is why local self government is the best way to realize our importance in our democracy, because of which the local self government was formed. Local self government was the gift of Balwant Rai Mehta committee, and Rajasthan was the first state to start the local self government. Now, panchayats in villages and municipalities in urban areas were set up in all these states. When the local self-government was incorporated, started, so panchayats in villages and municipalities in urban areas were set up in all the states, but these were directly under the control of the state government. They were not free. And elections to these bodies were very rarely used to held. Many years there used to be no elections because it was under the control of the state government, and whomever they decide they feel they used to promote as the head of these local bodies. A major steps towards decentralization started during the 1992. The constitution was amended to make the third tier of democracy more powerful and effective. And after the amendment, the changes which came in our country were, let me know you. Now, the constitution made it compulsory that in local self bodies also there should be regular election. That is, every 5 years there should be a regular election. Now, it is constitutionally mandatory to hold regular election because of the changes. Apart from that, seats were reserved in the elected bodies and the executive heads of these institutions. That is for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, backward caste, seats were reserved. At least 1/3 of all the positions should be reserved for the women. It was mentioned in the constitution regarding local self-government that 1/3 of all the position must be reserved for the women. Next, an independent institution called the State Election Commission was created to conduct the election or procedure of the municipal elections. In our country, we have two election bodies. One is Central Election Commission, and another one is State Election Commission. The work of the Central Election Commission is to conduct the general election, that is parliamentary election, throughout the country. Apart from that, its work is also to conduct the assembly elections in all the different states of the country. But the State Election Commission work is to conduct the election only for the local self-government, that is village panchayat, municipal committee and municipal corporations. Next, rural local government is popularly known as Panchayati Raj. They are directly elected by the people living in that ward or in that village. Now, Jilla Parishad is the chairperson is the political head of the Jilla Parishad. And like we have at village level, like that only have the district level, also head of the district. Similarly, we have given different names to these local bodies. Like at village we say Panchayati Raj. The head of the Panchayati Raj is Pradhan or Sarpanch of the village, who is elected by the people of that village. Now, similarly for the local urban bodies, for urban bodies and semi-urban bodies also, we have local self-government. Now, municipalities were set up in the towns. Municipalities were set up in the town, and the head of these municipalities are chairman. Similarly, at the city level, we have municipal corporation. Municipal corporation, and the head of the municipal corporation is mayor. Now, this municipal